Welcome to the Glendale, welcome to the January 29th, 2019 Glendale Housing Authority meeting being called to order at 3:09 p.m. May I please have the roll call?
Authority Member Devine.
Here.
Garpetian.
Here.
Najarian.
Here.
Barazian.
Here.
Sinanian.
Here.
Chair Agajanian.
Present. May I please have your report?
The agenda for the January 29, 2019 regular meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority was posted on Friday, January the 25th, 2019 on the bulletin board outside City Hall.
What's next, please?
Next would be oral communications. There are no cards submitted at this time.
Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second. Okay, hearing no objections, the minutes stand approved as submitted. What's next, please?
6 would be business agenda. 6A, Director of Community Development regarding amendments to the Housing Authority budget in support of affordable housing, staffing activities, and professional services agreement. PSA.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Yasmin Burrs.
Sure. Did you finish reading it into
No,
the
I
record?
haven't. For affordable housing, legal services respectively. 6A1, motion approving a change order to the PSA with Kane Balmer Berkman in the amount of $150,000 for a new not to exceed contract total of $320,000 and extending the contract through June 30th, 2021. And 6A2 would be resolution appropriating $175,000.
Yes. Chair Agajanian, members of the Housing Authority, I'd like to ask Peter Zovak, our Assistant Director of Community Development, to come up and give you a short report on this item.
Very short. Mr. Chair, members of the Housing Authority, staff is asking or requesting approval of 2 items. One is a change order to a professional service agreement for legal services as it relates to our affordable housing activities. And the second is a resolution of appropriation in the amount of $175,000, of which $150,000 is related to that proposed amendment to our professional services agreement, extending it for 2 more years. The remaining $25,000 is to fund an administrative intern position within the housing development section to help complete out the 5-project density bonus application lottery process. The person that we previously had, their internship expired, as well as funding. We're looking for the next phase of work to be done once those applications have been reviewed and checked by our city auditors in terms of making sure we complied with policies and procedures related to the program, taking it to the next step of the actual tenant noticing, and then the eventual lottery process. So with that, we're asking for approval.
This poor intern isn't checking all 18,000 applications, is he?
Some of that has already been done, and some preliminary determinations on the
Was
apps
it 18?
have already been done. Correct.
18, but you're basically just going through the ones that were.
Correct. We're going to the
Winners
ones that
and
have
the
that
wait
higher
list.
category of preference.
I just have a question on this report, that the recommendation. How come there are 3 companies they came forward, right, beside KBB?
4 others, so 5 total.
Okay. But I don't see anything about the other companies, who they were or what they were offering. Don't we get those reports, or how this works?
Those were not attached to the report. So we did go out and solicit from 5 companies, legal firms that provide services for affordable housing. We identified those companies in conjunction with the city attorney's office. We did ask them to submit proposals. They all did. We all felt that their proposals were very competitive to each other. They all have experience of various degrees in affordable housing, legal services. We then started to look as well at their pricing. And in the end, we did feel that our existing firm of Kane Balmer and Berkman provided the most competitive pricing and services, and thus our recommendation to continue with them.
Still, I want to understand. So they came forward and they said, this is my figure to do all these services, right?
Correct.
So we don't have to know what they offered? I'm just curious. I mean, maybe city attorney or city manager can say something about this.
Typically, what we do, Mr. Agajanian, Chair Agajanian, members of the Housing Authority, depending on the staff report, and typically we do include the other firms who have submitted proposals that come before the council for renewal. In this staff report, we don't have it included, so you're not asking for anything that is, outside of our normal practice. If we do have a process that occurs, we typically include it in the staff report. It wasn't included here. I don't know if you have the list with you and you can share who those firms were. With a professional services agreement, as you know, it's the qualifications of the firm that's providing the services, number one, and price is a secondary issue. But in this case, they were very competitive in this process, and I think Peter is looking up who they were, and he can provide you with that information if he has it.
Yeah, the names of the firms were provided in the report. It was that the actual proposals each submitted were not provided as an attachment, no.
Proposals we don't submit, right?
Right. We simply provided a synopsis of it within the context of this report and are telling you who we are recommending to the Housing Authority for approval.
Is there any authority member come?
I think I'm continuing on with the same train of thought. So at the time when this came up through an RFP, I assume, right?
We issued out a request for legal services, correct?
Okay, a request for legal services. And the various applicants submitted their bids, and we accepted their bid. Now we're expanding, right? Are we expanding the scope of the duties and responsibilities that we're asking them to fulfill?
Now we are amending their contract for the same services that they have provided in the past.
For the next 2 years.
For the next 2 years.
So that's what I mean. I mean, the initial contract was for a set period of time. We're amending it. We're adding on.
Correct.
An extra 2 years.
Correct.
Okay, that's all I have.
Thank you. Is there any authority member come?
I'll move the item.
Second.
I guess, roll call, please.
Authority Member Devine,
Yes.
Garbetian,
Yes.
Najarian,
Yes.
Karazian,
Yes.
Sinanian,
Yes.
Chair Agajanian.
Yes. So I guess, do we have any more issues? Nope. Okay. We stand adjourned at 3:17 p.m.
I'll move to adjourn.
You move to adjourn. Who would second?
We're adjourned now? Okay. Good afternoon and welcome to the January 29th special meeting of Glendale City Council. May we have